Right then guys, here we go, and I'm going to do a review of our room as it has been lived in for the past 10 days. So you've got a cord that you used to get in with, you just hold it up to your door, and then there'll be another cord inside your room already, and that stays in there. That's to turn all electrics on, whereas normally you use your cord that you get in with, but in this hotel you've already got that in there, so that stays in there. Don't make the mistake that I did on the first night and I took it out. That just stays there. Sometimes the maid will pull it up a bit, but you just slot it back in to make your electric work. So you've got your shower. It's a walk-in shower, and the only thing I would say about it is be careful when you're at the sink. This bit here, look, sometimes you catch it with your foot because it's higher up than the floor, so just be careful of that. But it is a nice shower. You have got shampoo, conditioner and shower gel, and it's a nice big head. And then you've got that other bit there that you can pull off and rinse yourself off with. But it is a nice shower. Water pressure's nice. It took a bit of working out how to do it, but you just pull that and then you pull that out to make the shower head above you work. Just your toilet, you haven't got a bidet in here like you used to have in the Cleopatra. Well, you do have in the Cleopatra. I don't know whether they had them in here or not, but if they did have, they've took them out. Your towels. Now in some vlogs that we've seen, you get a shower robe and slippers, but we haven't had any in ours, so I don't know whether that's a mistake or whether you have to be all inclusive to have that, I don't know. But yeah, you've just got the one sink between you in here, nice big mirror, nice lighting in here, that's with your other lights on. Yeah, so plenty of room. Got a nice big shelf underneath to put your straighteners, whatever. You do get an air dryer under there. You do get that air dryer that you plug in. It's not one that's already plugged in like you get in the Cleopatra. Yeah, so that's a nice shower room. And then you've got your aircon there. I don't know what we did when we first moved in, but we moved in, you know, stayed. But we pressed something wrong and we couldn't get it to work, but the maid sorted it out for us. Then get your twin beds. They're nice and big, they are. So, and the sheets and the covers, they're lovely cotton. They'll be a really good quality cotton. They're lovely and soft and cool. And then you get your wardrobe like that. Now some people complain about this being all open with no doors on, but we like it like this. We think it's great that you can just get to your clothes straight away. Did have a lot more clothes out, but I just put my clothes away every day. Once I've used them, I put them in case, so you haven't got so much to pack at end of your holiday. We're actually been staying here for 12 days. We've got 2 more days left. So yeah, there's been plenty of room to put your clothes. The drawers are nice and long to get all like your lingerie bits in there. But yeah, plenty of room. The scatter cushions, what they put on your bed, we just leave them in there. Saves messing about, taking them on and off. And you're safe, dead easy to work. You just use your cord, what you use on your door, and you just hold it up to that and it opens. And then shut it and put it on again to lock it. Dead easy. You do get coffee. I think is the tea. Yeah, coffee, tea, and a bit of sugar. I don't know if they refill them because they haven't been doing, but I've just been getting some more coffee and sugar because I don't have any, just Pete has it. I just get some from the down breakfast and bring it back up. But you don't get no milk. and you're not allowed to bring milk up from the buffet up into your room in a jug. You're not allowed to do that. So yeah, and then you get a fridge. Now this is one thing I don't like. The fridge, it's only little, and it has got another glass shelf here that was in here, so you couldn't fit your bottles in. So you've got to lie your bottles flat, and they were just rolling out every time you opened the door, until I had the brainwave of taking one of the shelves out and just putting it up there so I can stand my bottles in. But they're not very big, and you don't get an ice box. I think it would have been better to have had an ice box in here, so at least you could have a nice, Pete likes to have a Southern Comfort at night with icing, but there's no ice. So, and I think this is a bit of a pain, having to keep opening this door that way to get to your fridge. I would have preferred them not to have put a door on. That's just my preference, because everything else is open on here, so why bother putting a door on your fridge where you need to keep getting in and out? It's not a big deal, but that's just me. You do get all your USB phone port things here, so that's all handy. You get a phone. We don't use this phone in here for these lights at the side of your bed. Look, they light up, so they handy. You can pull them out if you want to read or look at your phone when you go to bed. That's a nice feature on wall. It all lights up. Put some lights on so I can show you. Look, that's all nice, isn't it? It's all very modern and you know, what you call it, plain, I suppose you'd call it. Nice big mirror. That's a great feature, that, having a big mirror so you can check yourself out before you go out. We like this long shelf here. It's great for putting all your stuff on. As you can see, all Pete's Ramel, all your tablets and everything. It's great for all that. And then underneath you have got a rack to put your suitcase on, so you haven't got to bend down, although I haven't used it. And you've got a lovely big telly. It's massive, but we don't watch telly when we're on holiday, so we've not even had it on. It's on when you come in your room, but we just turned it off straight away. It's got all your information and everything on there, I think, but we haven't had to use it. But yeah, there's loads of room in here. You've got plenty of room for moving about in. A lot of people say they're small. Well, I don't think they are. They're right big. Got my mum and dad with me. Look, I always bring my little teddy with my mum and dad on. And then I put my dad on one day and then my mum on another day. So they always with me. Yeah, you've got a nice big chair, which we haven't even used, only to put our stuff on. And these curtains are brilliant at night when you go to bed. And these nets, they're right good. They block out all the light, so you know you get a decent night's sleep. And then you've got a lovely big balcony. There's my Pete, look, admiring the view. Yeah, it's a lovely big balcony. Couple of plastic seats and a plastic table. Then you've got this area that's very handy for drying your towels and you know, your swimwear on. Just pull it out, push it in. Yeah, it's come in handy, that has. And then our view is the view of the Golden Mile, which we're very pleased about. We are very pleased. You've got this nice glass panelling here, which is very nice because you can see through it when you sat down on your chair on balcony. Would have been nice to have a couple of sun loungers to lay on, but might be asking too much there. But yeah, it is. It's very nice. We would recommend these rooms, won't we, Pete?
We're going to rest at a hotel in a minute, but we don't know much about it.
Yeah.
So
I hope you've got a good view of all that. You've got, that's your Wi-Fi. Oh, Wi-Fi in here is brilliant, ain't it, Pete?
Yeah,
it is absolutely brilliant. So there's your Wi-Fi booster up there. So yeah, you get a really good connection. So I hope that's a good view of the room. So catch you in a bit, guys, for the rest of the hotel.